All right, good morning, everybody. Mr. Grunsky here, giving you a little tutorial on how to use Dipity to create a timeline. Okay, first of all, we're going to start by, not signing in, but by joining Dipity. Use your school district of Waukesha email. Now, I already have created an account for my school district email, and so I am going to have to create a new account now using my personal email. One thing about Dipity here is that they only will allow you to make 3 timelines on their free account. So if you have multiple emails, you can obviously make more, but you do have to be careful because once you make 3 timelines, you're done. Okay, we'll skip this step here. Okay, and I'll click done, and we're in that quick. Okay, so it's just entering your name, your email, creating a password, and away you go. So when we're going to do this now, we're going to create a timeline. Okay, so I go here to get started. Okay, and now I'm going to put in the name of my timeline, what my topic is going to be. Now you're going to create 2 different timelines for over the next 2 days. One is going to be the 10 advances in communications, and one is going to be 10 advances in warfare. So 10 advances in communication. And we can say this is for is the pen mightier than the sword unit? We can pick a category. It would seem to me that history would be the most appropriate one. Time zone, we are in the central time zone. Okay, now we can upload a photo here if you would like. So communication, let's see here. I'm going to create a new window up here. Communication. And let's click on images, and what do we come up with? We get 2 people talking. I kind of like this one right here. So I'm going to view the image, and when I click on view the image, I then grab the web address, click copy. I go back to my Dipity timeline. It says topic thumbnail, paste the URL here. So I'm going to click like that. Click OK, and boom, we have our little communication icon there. We are going to set permissions for anyone to view this. This will allow myself or Mr. Hyde or Mr. Kutcher to grade it for you when the time is done. Okay, and then we're going to continue to add events. And we just kind of wait here for the spinning wheel of death to create our timeline for us. When the timeline does come up, they will always put in a event, being that your timeline was created. Okay. Now here's our little page here in order to that we can. You can see here, add events to your 10 advances in communication. Build your timeline by adding individual events or connecting sources from around the web. So this is a little bit like ThingLink in that you can go and insert photos, videos, blogs, music, messages, and that sort of thing throughout your timeline. Okay, so let's click continue. Okay, now default zoom. This is going to be where you set the length of the number of years you want on your timeline. So you could see you could do a timeline for the last 12 hours of your life, for the last 6 months, whatever. Let's see here. The printing press was invented around in the 1400s. So we're going to go 1,000 years as the default zoom on our timeline. We can allow comments, or you can take comments off. Okay, so you can choose what you want to do there. Okay, I will take them. I'm going to leave them on, actually. And then themes down here, pick what you want your theme to look like. I kind of like the classic here. And so I'm now going to click Save and view the timeline. All right, and now here is the timeline. Okay, Dipity timeline created March 4th, 2014. Now you can see over here that we have a plus and a minus bar for scrolling, kind of like when you look at on a map. Now when we click on the move it closer, okay, if we click on the plus, you can see here that as we click plus, the number of years shown at the bottom begins to shrink down. Okay. As we click the minus, the number of years at the bottom spreads out. Eventually we get to, we're at 500 years, eventually now we get to 1,000 years. So the third millennium would be the year 2000, the second millennium would be the year 1000. All right, now we want to add an event. Okay. So we go to click to add an event. Now, let's hear, this is advances in communication. So let's say we put on here, Gutenberg invents the printing press. Now we have to give a date. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to open up my window here, my search window, Gutenberg's printing press. Let's go for fax. Okay. Inventor of the Week from MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. All right, the printing press, invented by German goldsmith Johann Gutenberg in 1448. All right, so we go back here to Dipity. We type in the year 1448. Okay, and there you go. Now, description. In the description box, you want to tell us why this is important. You want to give us some analysis. Okay, so in the box here, we're going to say, by creating the printing press, Gutenberg was able to allow authors to quickly and easily, it's also from the reading last week, quickly, easily, and accurately spread their ideas around Europe and then the rest of the world. As a result, advances were made in many fields of study. Okay, so type in a couple of sentences about the importance of the event. And now we can upload a picture here, so let's do that as well. Here is a picture of Gutenberg. Okay, copy the image URL, so click on that, copy the image URL, go back here, type in, okay, paste the address in, and you get the URL. Now a link, okay, if we want to link it to the website, Inventor of the Week, we copy the URL address of the page, we go down here, we paste the link in there, okay, location, okay, Germany. Video URL. If we had a video on the printing press, in fact, let's just go find one to illustrate what this will all look like. Okay, go to YouTube. Okay, we will look up Gutenberg printing press. Okay, and here's a video on printing on a Gutenberg press. Now, I have not watched this video. Okay, which obviously if you're going to embed a video in your timeline, you should probably be familiar with it. But nonetheless, just for today, I'll show you how to do this here. Here's a YouTube address, and then we click Save. Oh, we cannot find this location. Interesting. Okay, let's find out what city Gutenberg lived in. Gutenberg. And I am going to, just for quick purposes here, reference Wikipedia. and see that it is M-A-I-N-Z. Let's see if that shows up. M-A-I-N-Z, Germany. Click Save. We cannot find this location either. Okay, so today we're going to leave that one blank. All right, and we click Save. All right, and here is now our event as it appears on our timeline. So Dipity has put 1448 between the year 1000 and 2000. Okay, you have the title of your event. We click on the event, you get the video that shows up. Okay, you get the description of the event, the link to the web page, and who added it. You can go back and edit this at any time or delete it if you find that you want to include something else. So there you go. You're looking to add 10 events to this timeline. We would encourage you to use Gutenberg and the printing press. We'd also encourage you to use Twitter from the episode or from the activities yesterday in class, and then create a separate timeline for 10 advances in warfare, of which you are welcome to use drones as one from our activity yesterday, as well as the invention of guns in Europe. If you have any questions, please be sure to ask your teachers. And I guess the most important part from my side is that when you're adding these events is that you're including a description here in the box telling me why this is an important event in the history of communication or warfare. Okay, thanks everybody for tuning in. Good luck on your timelines.